Everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are back with another Scooby-Doo reaction. So today we'll be finally watching the 13 Ghosts movie. So today's Saturday. I'm recording this a little bit late because some family came over, but finally gonna watch it. The entire series itself we finished 2 days ago, and that's the end of the Scrappy-Doo era. He doesn't appear in this movie, which is what I saw. But in total, we averaged out the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo of 5.62. Tier list will come out tomorrow. We're going to watch it here pretty shortly. Just wanted to go over some statistics as well. We had a bunch of Scooby snacks eaten, one box for Scooby and 13 Ghosts 5, and one box for Scooby and Shaggy that they shared in 13 Ghosts 13. Property damage in total, we had Shaggy 30,400 as well as Scooby. And then Daphne got $30,000 worth of property damage. Flim-Flam destroying some stuff, got $3,030,000, and then Scrappy $31,000. And then property damage, of course, will carry over in this movie for fun, as well as Scooby Snacks Eaten, which Scooby in total had 164 Scooby Snacks Eaten, and then Shaggy had 77. So in this movie, this is the 29th in a series of direct-to-video films based on Scooby-Doo. This one, in total, is the 50th movie overall for Scooby-Doo, which is pretty awesome. So 50th movie for that. It was released on February 5th, 2019. And just to give it a little bit of an idea, the last Scooby-Doo movie, or the last 13 Ghost episode, came out on December 7th, 1985. So a pretty big gap there between stuff, which is pretty crazy. For the premise, Mystery Inc. are put into retirement when they accidentally capture the wrong guy. Just when they think their mystery-solving days are over, Vincent Van Gogh reconnects with them to finish an unfinished case of Scooby, Shaggy, and Daphne's years ago, which is the 13 Ghosts, who we've never seen. So there's 12 ghosts that we've seen before. Apparently, the director of this movie said that the 12th ghost was actually, like, one of the ghosts was actually, the cruise ship episode is the captain of that cruise ship, but it was really the tentacle monster that took control of a couple ghosts and merged them together. That's what I've heard. And then for some trivia, the film's opening title sequence contains numerous references to the original show from across the episodes for that. And then Flim-Flam and Vincent Van Gogh appear in this as they remain supporting characters in 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. And they do appear in this movie as well, with Flim-Flam being a teenager. And in, production, so production requested Warner Brothers, requested Flim-Flam and Scrappy-Doo not be in the film. But the director decided to put Flim-Flam in, with Scrappy being ultimately cut because it didn't fit his story. And then Boggle and Weird were supposed to have cameos, but as living monks, but they decided to cut them because they went for a different direction, and so they don't appear in the actual show itself. And then Maurice LaMarche voices Vincent Van Gogh after voicing him in Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated as a different, unrelated character, but similar design to him. Then the same idea of Fred being away at camp to explain his lack of knowledge of Flim-Flam was previously used in Mystery Incorporated. And then in the particular movie's continuity, only the events of Where Are You?, 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, and Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island have occurred. This ended up being contradicted by the next movies, which are sequels to this one, by having callbacks and characters from a variety of previous Scooby-Doo movies and shows. The direct-to-video movie marks the first time since Scooby-Doo's stage fright where Daphne Blake lost a headband. And then the events of the original 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo happened the previous summer or two ago, even though they take place at winter time. And then Sheridan considers Captain Ferguson of the Bermuda Triangle Ghost to be the 12th ghost, and he serves as such in the continuity of the film, even though Captain Ferguson wasn't really the main ghost in that episode. And then the Flying Mystery Machine returns. And then Scrappy was cut out of flashbacks in the opening credits as if he never existed, only for Flimland to contradict this retcon by still mentioning him, which is then followed by Velma not knowing who he was talking about. Well, that's just rude. And then apparently Zomba and Nakara are also cut from this episode. And the Cyclone Ghost is not the main ghost in the Ship of Ghouls, even though he pretty much was, because he was a merge of a bunch of different ghosts. And then there's not really much else. Just Boggle and Weird being cut, which is kind of annoying. And then I've heard it has really bad reviews, and so we'll see how it goes. I heard they kind of just retcon everything. That's what I've heard. So we'll see how it is ourselves as we get into the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo movie.
Get ready, we've almost got it.
It's pretty good graphics right there. It's our first kind of modern era Scooby-Doo movie after Scooby-Doo Goes Hollywood.
That's all 13.
So they went to capture the 13 ghosts by themselves then. He kind of does sound a little bit like Vincent Price, which is pretty good. So the chest is captured, but they still have other demons coming in? Oh, jeez. Oh, they did the poem beginning. Nice.
And set out like a thing possessed in every corner of the land, with a kid named Flim-Flam and a van.
Oh, there's the witch girl. I don't know.
Into the Mondo.
It's crazy. I remember all this.
They fought and caught the demon slime. Do these sound like good guys?
Oh yeah, here we go.
These
Yeah,
two
mentioning
owls
everybody.
grew.
Nice.
Into the chest they each withdrew.
No, I like that they did the same style. That's awesome. Yeah, they're just chilling on eating pretzels. They handcuffed him like that. Nice. Oh, no mask. Wow.
The real Farmer Morgan.
That doesn't make sense. Farmer Morgan is selling the mall half his farmland for their big expansion.
Morgan didn't stage the mall haunting. Mrs. Malveaux, the owner, did.
And I would have gotten away with it.
Oh, really? The owner? Okay.
We were wrong. The term is criminally negligent.
Criminal?
How many times do I have to tell you, kids? Mystery solving.
Okay,
is
so
not
they're
business, even for
gotcha.
pros. There's no room for mistakes. From now on, there's only one mystery solving crime stopper in this town, and he wears a badge.
Okay, so the sheriff is taking over, firing them basically. It's weird you're seeing the modern lifestyle. Oh, look at all the werewolf in the background, the witch doctor, the skull. There's a lot of stuff in the garage sale. Oh, the knight. Nice, Charlie.
I love my mystery machine. I feel like I just sold part of
They
myself.
just sold the mystery machine so quickly. That's it. Wow.
Absolutely no unfinished business. None whatsoever.
Eureka! How much for a crystal ball?
We have a crystal ball. I don't
Vincent Van Gogh.
Put that thing away! Daphne, Shaggy, Scooby-Doo, where are you? The 13th and final ghost. You must come at once to catch him.
13 and final ghost. It's only been 20 years, even though it's 2 summers for this.
Are you gonna tell us what's going
I
on?
love all the different background stuff.
Vincent's in trouble, and it's all our fault. Ugh, how do I
Real
know
ghost, yep.
But you said there were 13 ghosts and you only caught 12. Didn't you think
Yeah, so they are talking about that episode where Scooby-Doo had a
Listen, if you're
breakdown.
worried about Scooby, don't be. He's conquered his demons. 12 of them, at least.
Oh, going back to her main hairstyle. Oh, but she changed it up, made it a little bit more feminine.
Whoa, who are you?
I got it covered.
Well, she still had a... I don't know why she said that first.
It's not a van. It's a strategic all-terrain mobile command unit. Don't worry, Freddy. There can be only one mystery machine.
What does it stand for then?
What do you guess? The mystery machine? No, but that's way better. Let's call it that.
Okay.
Velma, what do you want me to say? It's full of nonsense, like the chest of demons can only be opened by the living.
Yeah, just watching the Chest of Demons tell him. She's being a bit of a buzzkill, man.
They're dead. The one that got away is Asmodeus, king of demons, the most powerful of all evil spirits.
Asmodeus, okay.
The reason we're always on edge around ghouls and goblins, even fake ones, is that we've seen and fought 12 of the real thing.
Okay, so that's how they're doing it. They're scared because they've seen 12 of the real guys. Like a ghost car trying to run them off the road. It's really cool seeing this animation style after so long of the older stuff. This Ghost Rider climbing on the wall, man. Jeez, this car's souped up. Oh, Rubber Ducky style, of course. You gotta do Rubber Ducky.
One. You start with one, and then we haggle.
Where did you two learn to haggle?
Was Flim-Flam, the little huckster, catching ghosts with us? About
Scooby
Scooby
snacks.
All those bottles of snake oil we unloaded at the garage sale. We never mentioned Flim-Flam?
Excuse me, I believe
Oh, Fred's so confused. I love it.
One Scooby snack. You're gonna say 3 and then we settle on 2, okay? Let's just cut to the chase.
Nice. That's the way to do it. Alright, that's 2 for each.
Daphne, I'm Fred, not Daphne.
Oh, how I've missed you all, especially these last few weeks. It's Asmodeus. Like we know. We read all about him on the way here.
That was quick. He's already here.
No, I left it with you. And I mailed it back to you and school started.
The Flim-Flam definitely has the chest gun.
The evil contained within this box was never meant to be released. The crowbar must have...
So he released it fully by himself. That's how they're gonna retcon it. He's the one that released it first. Then he went to go capture him, and then got released again by when Boggle and Weird tripped Scooby and Shaggy. They're just Scooby just doing full-on female version again, huh? Nice.
I don't mind being chauffeured, as long as there's a highly skilled professional at the wheel.
Uh-huh. Say, have you met the pilot yet? You should introduce yourself.
Shaggy, it's Captain Rogers up here, young man. Not for vanity, but because when you've got 10 tons of steel and the lives of every passenger in your hands, it's best to think of yourself as the office.
No, because he used to drive the Mystery Machine flying plane.
What? Ghosts aren't real.
I wish that were true, but fear not, Velma. Before we are finished, I promise you'll change your mind about ghosts and goblins.
Are they gonna retcon the entire thing and just do like fake ghosts?
That's quite a coincidence.
The dude from the garage sale, okay.
Oh, Velma. I think I would know if I was walking it.
Nice job, Fred. Walking the trap. Flim-Flam.
What's going on here is that I'm asking the questions, trespasser.
Then from an avalanche is doing full-on action style, carrying everybody. Nice job, Daphne.
And it's all celebrating the relic that made this village the tourism capital of the Himalayas. At prices so low, it's demonic.
There's Asmodeus just hanging out.
It's the chest of demons, like Asmodeus has it. Ever since Asmodeus showed up, I haven't been able to cast a single successful spell.
So he hasn't been able to cast any spells, so he's been kind of like blank on it.
Into this realm with heated glow and melt this blasted icy snow. Power.
That's 10 Scooby snacks for Scooby.
Just take 'em.
And let's do 104 for Shaggy since they gave him a whole box.
I've had enough of everybody feeling sorry for themselves. So, you're a little hungry, right? If you want your situation to change, you have to take action.
A snow burger? Like, wow.
They're real and out to conquer the world. Are you just gonna let them?
No, I'm not.
As for you,
Don't bother. Look at yourself right now, leading your friends back from the cliff's edge. You're heroic and kind, and above all, honest.
last summer I went to cheerleading camp.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'd been down in the dumps because I thought everyone had a job but me. But now I know what my job is. I'm the one who believes with all his heart in the rest of you.
What's going on?
Okay, interesting.
Time for a decision. Hit the brake or undertake a plan with great precision.
My spare glasses. I'm pretty sure I left a pair in the van. Oh, here they are. Oh, yeah.
The Flim-Flam hasn't even reunited with the rest of the gang. He's only talked to Fred and Velma, who don't really know who he is.
Wait, dude, you've grown up.
Fast.
That was long
Yeah,
ago.
nice. So they are reuniting.
Totally
Cool.
different. Shaggy, I've never seen you wear a shirt that isn't red.
Well, I guess the gang's all here.
Except Scrappy.
What's a Scrappy? Come on, we've got to find
Oh, that's so mean. Freaking Scrappy.
Flim-Flam? Well, this is quite a reunion, but I'm afraid it's too late. The world is doomed. The first to bear the name Van Ghoul. He was the most powerful sorcerer the world has ever known. Used his magic to twist the will of man into his service, stripped of his mortality, and trapped in a specially crafted, inescapable prison. Where
Oh, really?
he had nothing. In life, he was called Asamad Van Ghoul, but now he goes by
Asmodeus.
Okay, so it's his
Such
ancestor.
crimes of my ancestor are my responsibility and mine alone.
In the last day, I've seen everything I believed turned upside down. And the first rule of the chest of demons is that it can only be opened by the living.
Why, that's right.
Okay, so they are doing the fake style. That's annoying. Yep, there he is.
I saw you
He looks
try.
exactly the same.
I wanted the chest, Vincent. Priceless. And how'd you come up with 10 million? That's your asking number, isn't it, Winch?
Bernie Allen?
I think not. Vance Linklater, undercover Interpol
Oh
detective,
god,
and
really?
figure skater.
So they're doing that style?
Like, if you're a cop, then, like, why did you run away from us?
I'm afraid of teenagers.
It was never about releasing the 13 ghosts.
Like, speaking of which, where are they? What was with all that paper? I think I shipped into the wrong chest of demons. This one's the cooler I bought off Flim-Flam.
Total immersion package.
Well, you kids have been a great help. You should think about solving mysteries full time.
Oh, yeah.
I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for your meddling kids.
That's better.
Oh god, really?
Impersonating my ancestor? And for this.
We've got to stop him.
Oh, just let him go.
No, that car's engine. If he keeps revving it like that.
The avalanche. You're right. Order, you fool.
Is he finally gonna get killed by the avalanche? Jesus.
Asamad Van Ghoul can finally rest. I don't understand.
Well, it might have something to do with this translation. Only the ancient Sanskrit word for revenge looks a lot like the word for redemption. Asamad Van Ghoul had a lot of time in the chest of demons, was watching out for you like a guardian angel, and now that you're safe, he can finally rest.
That's nice, at least.
Are you guys nuts? That was just a big hollow.
Oh my god, he freaking lived? How?
You got this leadership thing in the bag.
What about all that stuff you said about Asamad Van Ghoul?
Those stories have been central to Vincent's entire life. I didn't want to take that away from him.
But what about the first 12?
Mass hallucinations from high-altitude oxygen deprivation. I mean...
Really? High altitude up? Screw off,
Yeah,
Velma.
what do you think grabbed us and flew us up that mountain? Oh,
Ski lift?
Clearly,
No.
ski lift and our clothes got
They've been around the entire world catching those ghosts.
Right now. Can you believe it was in the van with Shaggy's luggage the entire time?
That's good.
Are you nuts?
yeah, I mean, what if you're wrong?
Ugh, fine. What?
Nothing.
So they're gonna do the thing where kind
Here's
of
that case you asked for.
Schrodinger's cat for the chest of demons.
Joy juice. Aw, Flim-Flam. I remember this stuff.
Like, are you sure you don't want to join us on our trans-Atlantic flight?
Lots of Lovejoy is a nice
Don't worry.
callback
I'll
though.
leave Voldemort's name out of it.
And for goodness sake, Flim-Flam, please stay out of trouble.
No promises, Vinny.
That's my boy.
That was cute.
Hang on a second. Shaggy, if you're back here, who's flying the plane?
Scooby flying? Nice.
Scooby-Doo.
And that was Scooby-Doo and the 13 Ghosts. Yeah, that was pretty garbage, to be honest. The animation style was fun. I liked that people took part, but it really didn't put anything together. They completely retconned the entire thing, even though we know for a fact that the other 12 ghosts, like Flim-Flam mentioned, they went around the world. You can't just have Himalayan, craziness when you don't just stay in the Himalayas. Like, that's why they cut out Baldwin Weird. Why? This was a 50-year anniversary movie, along with Return of the Zombie Island. So why would they retcon it? It's just so frustrating. Of just such a massive retcon for no reason. That's why most of it was cut out, just because there wasn't a lot happening. It just such a boring, horrible movie. I think it's worse than some of the Scrappy-Doo episodes we watched. This one, I think I'm going to give a 2 out of 10. I'm just so frustrated with it, because even though I don't like Scrappy-Doo as much, he still was a main part of this series and this gang, and cutting him out entirely, like Warner Brothers wanted him to, basically just ruining the entire thing, because this was the main part of the show, was everybody teaming up and hanging out, catching real ghosts, and cutting out most of what made them that was unnecessary, and having different... So how do you explain, going to a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean in the Bermuda Triangle? That's farthest away you can be from the Himalayan mountains as you can be. So how does that make sense? Those kinds of things are just so frustrating, like basically just ruining everything for 2 anniversary movies that are supposed to be the a celebration for the Scooby-Doo franchise, and just being absolute dog crap. I've heard Return of the Zombie Island is dog crap too, but just that kind of, just why? Like, it just completely just poops on everybody. And it's just one of those things that's like, just ridiculously frustrating of why they even decided to do that. Why Tim Sheridan even did it like this. Like, just freaking ruin nothing. Just ruin stuff for nothing. It's just such a, it's just bad. and just Velma being like a skeptic, like she usually is, and just being a bit of a, a bit of a jerk, and then being right. And then they had the gall to do kind of like a Schrodinger's cat kind of style. It's like, oh no, we're not going to actually open the chest of demons because, if the demons come out, then that means that's real. So we're going to do kind of a half thing, half not. I heard that's because, kids can't deal with the ghosts being real and stuff like that. But it's like, it's a freaking cartoon, man. Who gives a crap? It just really soured me, So this movie doesn't exist. I'm agreeing with all the other rest of the fans. The animation was really good. I really liked the style that they went for, and the credits were really fun with having like the different versions of all the ghosts. They did not appear with Zomba and Zerka, Shakara, but Zomba was one of my favorites. Vincent Van Gogh, he was my favorite character in the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, and they didn't really have very many funny moments with him. He kind of just, I did like the Flim-Flam kind of him reunion, but they didn't really have as much funny as he was. They did have the fun poem, but not really anything else. And it's like, why? He was my favorite. Why would they do him like that? Like, what's the point? This movie was just this was less than nothing. This was a movie that shouldn't have existed, should never existed, and doesn't exist for most of the fandom. For the 50th movie ever, it was just garbage, 2 out of 10. I'm only giving it a 2 out of 10 for the animation because Daphne looked great in her outfit. That's it. And then we did have some Scooby Snacks eaten. We didn't have any property damage. He did destroy a parachute, but I'm not going to bother. That was just a piece of fabric. So, in total, Shaggy ate a whole box of Scooby Snacks by himself. I'm going to minus 10 for the snacks that Scooby ate because it was the same box. So, Scooby ends up going 176 snacks and Shaggy 174. So, pretty good rate of Scooby Snacks eaten. That's pretty much the only thing about this episode or this movie that had any kind of redeeming quality. Yeah, that was garbage. And one of the worst Scooby-Doo movies ever, I think. I heard Return to Zombie Island is even worse, so we'll see whenever we get there. That one will probably be in about 2026 at our current pace, because that one came out recently. Maybe we'll watch it as a double feature after Zombie Island, but with the way it's going, Zombie Island will be next, so it won't really make much sense unless we watch it. The rest of them are going to be in release date. This is the only movie that we're watching out of release date, because this is technically the finale, which is why we're watching this one first. I did like in the garage sale seeing all the different monster costumes, but other than that, this was, trash and garbage. So that's very, very, very unfortunate. They kind of soured me. But I know there's other better Scooby-Doo movies and TV shows and stuff like that. It's just, even though I only rated it a 5.62, I still had a lot of fun with the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, especially Vincent Van Gogh. And they just did him so dirty, and I'm just so disappointed. After all that, 13 episodes, that's where you ended off. So, yeah, I'm pretty sad now. But next week, we will start reacting, or the 13 Ghost episode tier list is tomorrow. And then next week, we'll be reacting to a pup named Scooby-Doo, where we start with episode 1. I'm really excited. Between the Scrappy-Doo era ending with the 13 Ghosts in 1985, pup named Scooby-Doo releases in 1988. And we continue on with reacting to some more Scooby-Doo next week. It's going to be another shorter one because it's only has pretty short seasons for the pup name. But I'm excited to watch it, and hopefully I can get back on, loving it again. Then we're also going to start taking requests for other cartoons as we get through Scooby-Doo slowly but surely. So if you have any requests, comment down below and see what we can react to. I did think I should watch He-Man just because I haven't seen that one, so that could be pretty fun to watch. And I will see you guys next week for the next reactions for Pup Named Scooby-Doo, and also tomorrow's the tier list. So, finishing off the 13 Ghosts TV series and movie, 13 Ghosts is 2 out of 10. Pup, and then the series itself, 5.62. So in total, that's going to be a pretty low score of 7.62 divided by 2. A 3.81 for the entire 13 Ghosts franchise for me. In general, though, the episodes themselves, I rated a lot higher, which you'll see in the tier list, but with how I do my ratings, a lot of the 5s and 6s are really 7s and 8s. I just do it in a super weird way. That's going to end it off for me for the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. I will see you guys then. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a great day.